It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Gonzalo running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
So the Confederation of African Football CAF has released dates and venues for the playoff matches that will be going down between 25th and 29th of March 2022. And that's how I welcome you to today's episode of Sports Orbit. My name is Afacho, and Salifu Usman is also here with me. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit.
Thank you. So this is pleasure.
Yeah, on this episode, as always, we have a bumper package for you. Like I said earlier, the dates and venues for the matches that will be played for the World Cup players to find out who will finally represent Africa at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. It's already out, and Austin Eguavon has also named a crack squad, if you might call it, to face Ghana in that all-important doubleheader. Also, we have a bit of an MPFL fixtures for you that will be going down this weekend. Also, there will be some matches also going down in the English Premier League. Also, a bit of transfer news in today's episode of Sports Orbit. But first, we'll begin with the news coming in from CAF concerning the release dates for the venue and dates for World Cup playoff matches that will be played. The first leg of the round of matches is scheduled for 25th of March, while the second matches will be held on 29, 4 days later. Of course, we're all aware that the Super Eagles of Nigeria will travel to Cape Coast Stadium on March 25th for the first leg of the encounter against the Black Stars, while the reverse fixture is built for Moshood Abiola Stadium right here in Abuja. So, CAF has finally released dates, and all these matches, the first leg will be played on the same day, though the times differ. Like the match between Congo and Morocco will be played exactly at 3 p.m. Congolese time, but still on 25th. Mali versus Tunisia will be played at 5 p.m., while Cameroon versus Algeria will be at 5 p.m. also. Then for Egypt versus Senegal in the first leg at the Cairo International Stadium will be played exactly at 7:30 p.m. Same for Nigeria, Ghana at the Cape Coast Stadium out there in Ghana.
Well, the time is fast approach. Finally, we are moving towards the time to finally decide among these top best African team. If I say top best, I will not be wrong, because these are the team that were able to qualify for the playoff. It's not an easy task. So out of 53 countries, 10 qualify for the playoffs, and it's not left to decide among these 10 who are the 5 that will be the Africa flag bearer to the Qatar 2022. And if you're looking at these 10 teams, I strongly believe that whoever qualify will be able to give Africa a good representative. Looking at Senegal, Egypt, and any of the side that qualify, these are the 2 finalists of the AFCON. Any of the side that qualify from between Senegal and Egypt, who can be rest assured that yes, Africa will be proud of the person and will be able to give Africa a good representative. The same thing goes with Algeria and Cameroon. The Algeria participation at the AFCON was not too fantastic, but that is not to say they are still one of the best teams in Africa. Yeah. So whoever qualified between Cameroon and Algeria can still be rest assured that yes, Africa will be proud of the team that will represent Africa. The same things go between Ghana and Nigeria, as much as we have to like that Nigeria should be given a chance left for me, the Ghanaians should also okay. Nigeria, we are the senior brother. Just go ahead and represent us. Because we will be very assured that Nigeria will give us will give Africa a good representative. But even as between Ghana and Nigeria, anything from these two sides, the world will know that Africa have a good representative. The same thing going, Congo has never been to the World Cup, but Morocco has been there before. So looking at Morocco and Congo, so Morocco, well, if you look at this thing, the same thing, we can also say that Congo, for them to have followed the player is not an easy start. That means I also have what it takes to represent Africa. But in as much as but one would prefer Morocco to go ahead. The same thing goes with Mali. Mali has never been to the World Cup, but Tunisia has been there several. Tunisia has been there on several occasions. So the same thing goes. So let's see as we finally approach today's sport. And in the next 3 weeks, we're talking about the next 3 weeks away. So the match will be with us, the first leg, and then.
Second leg comes up on 29. Like all these matches, very interesting encounters. I must confess, all two-legged affairs. If it was just a one-leg affair, these matches, all of these games will be a bit easier to predict. But
yes,
in a two-leg affair, I mean, you're playing home, you're playing away. So for me, I think the match for me that I can easily predict is the Nigeria-Ghana because really. Not being biased here, but I really don't think Ghana have what it takes to stop the Super Eagles in a two-legged affair. But
well, you have to hold your thoughts there. So, because
like I said, I
yes.
said if it was a one-legged affair, it's different. But in a two-leg affair,
even though in the one-legged affair, Nigeria's Ghana's any talent like it's always a top track, and just like we always say that we shouldn't use what happened at the AFCON to judge the Ghanaians. And looking at the moment, if you even talking of the pedigree of the players, look at the two teams. The two teams that know that they are both of the fine players. The Ghanas are not all shortage of the fantastic players. The Ghana have many good names. Fine players who have currently played in England, played in France, and played in Italy. So the two teams are both of two fine players, have finest players to compete. So Ghanaians. And I always say the Ghanaians, even though they were sick, even though they are crawling on the ground, as far as you mention Nigerian name, they will get up immediately. So definitely, I can't really say that. In as much as my love and my prayer is with Nigerian team, I don't think Nigeria will have an easy run.
It won't be easy, but for me, I can easily predict off of the top of my head. Nigeria are going through in this one.
So well, let's hope. So that is our wish. And just like said earlier, I'm not a fan of. When it comes to a two-legged affair, I'm not too comfortable with that kind of officials. I prefer that they just play once and then get to the next round. But when it comes to two-legged affair, you can also go. You can maybe win the first match 4-0. You know, you win the fourth match, the first day, you are not even yet guaranteed. Because another 90 minutes of play can also change the tide.
Every team, whether you lose or you have the opportunity of correcting your
mistake. Yes,
so,
there's a second chance.
Exactly. Right, away from that, but still onto the playoff where interim technical advisor Austin Eguavon has released the squad list for of the players who will be prosecuting that encounter against the Black Stars of Ghana. For goalkeepers, nothing seemed to change really apart from Noble, who has been excluded from this one. But of course, we have Francis Uzoho, Daniel Lakwe, then Maduka Okoye. Then for defenders, we have Samuel Ajayi, Kenneth Omero, Leon Balogun, William Chus-Ekong, Ola Aina, Calvin Bassey. This is a new addition because I think I haven't seen him, but Abdullahi Shehu, then Zaid Sanusi in that one. And for midfielders, Frank Unyika is in that one, Joseph Aribo, Wilfred Ndidi, Ogene Karo Etebo has made a return. Actually, a lot of Nigerians will confess that I think we actually missed him then. Akin Kumi, Amo, that's another new addition I'm seeing here. Then for forwards, of course, we have Ahmed Musa, Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen, Moses Simon, Sadiq Umar, Jude Igalo Odion, Kelechi Iheanacho, Emmanuel Dennis, and Ademola Lukman. Then for standby, we have the likes of Chidozia Awaziem, Jamili Collins, Chidera Ejuke, Taiwo Awoni, Paul Onuachu, Peter Oleyinka, and of course, Ogenyi Onazi. Looking at these names, especially on the standby, I was surprised, when we're talking before we got on this show about Ogenyi Onazi. I thought he had hung his boots and maybe gone into business or something else, but I'm surprised to see him play. But of course, a few names here who I'm not really familiar with, but I think maybe the coach will probably have watched them. But looking at this squad, I think decent lineup. I think presently this is one of the best I think Nigeria has to offer.
Well, decent lineup indeed, and just like you say, a coach, the coach have a limited number of players that you can also plug. That's a professional squad of 32.
Yeah.
The list will still be brought down to 24-man squad. So, and if you're looking at that list, look at that list, you see that all the AFCON absentees, all of them make it to that list, particularly Victor Osimhen, Odio Igalo, Sehu Abdullahi, Dion Balogun, again, Emmanuel Dennis, all these six players.
Lukman,
Lukman, this is a new addition. I'm talking about the regular players who were absent in the AFCON, like Osimhen, Igalo, Abdullahi, Balogun, and Etebo. So, and like you said, we know that we miss Otebo at the AFCON, and it's good that most of these 6 players are back in the team. We hope to pray that they'll be able to
stay fit till that period
and be able to make the final cut. We still certainly need, to me, we need a Etebo Boston style of play in the midfield against the Ghanaian. And you're looking at the same time, the new man who recently switched his allegiance from the England national team to Nigeria has also been included, and as we know, Lukman is a live player to watch, and we hope that he'll be what he did in Leicester and what he did in his club, he'll be able to bring it to the team. And several is talking of Akiku Amu. Remember he was called up at the last minute to replace Odio Igalo. Odio Igalo couldn't make AFCON. He was invited to come and replace Odio Igalo, but unfortunately his new club, he joined FC Copenhagen of Denmark at this year, early January, early this year. So the Copenhagen, because he was joined them new, so turned down that request that he should come and join the team at the Cameroon. Now, but was still keep fit with him and believe that now he still needs him, and he has invited him to come to the national team. Well, as a former under 17 player, he did well, and since he left Rotterdam, growing up when he first moved to Belgium, he has been fantastic player, and now for him to have joined the Copenhagen, and in the Copenhagen, though he has not been too much but we believe Mbabo and his technical crew must have studied him well, and more importantly, that we also know that they are more play under. I'm not surprised by his exclusion. Play under Emmanuel, play under this guy. Amunike has under 17. Now he's back in the team, so let's hope how he's going to be. And hope that this is a decent team, like this is a decent league. But the only one that I'm Kelechi Nwakali, who I expected him to be the future of the midfielder, of the super good and attacking midfielder. It's like much that is centered on him as well. The coaching crew didn't see much of him at the AFCON, and now they have a completely exiting out of the spot, not even on the standby. So, well, Mbabo has a final say, and whatever he gives us, we have to do, and will be what we are looking for. Just the new man, Kevin Bassey, I'm not hearing much about him, but I don't know. All depend on the Wabo, and we hope that he'll be able to give Nigerians. Maybe his inclusion might have accounted for the exit. His invitation must have acted to the pushing of Wazim was put on the standby list.
Possibly because this defender, I think in my spare time I will do more to find out more about him. Anyway, away from that now to the India 2022 Under-17 World Cup, where the Flamingos, that's the female team of the Nigerian Under-17, will be kickstart their chase for a ticket to this year's Under-17 World Cup finals with a second-round tie leg against their counterpart of the DRC in Kinshasa on Sunday. Yeah, that's DRC. For down the Flamingos were quarter finalists at the FIFA World Cup finals in 2010, 2012, and 2014, and have been in camp for a couple of weeks and ready to go on Sunday. Anyway, at this point, we'll go on a short break. When we come back, Sport Upbeat continues.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that short break. You're still on to Sports Orbit. Still on the World Cup qualifiers, where former Super Eagles defender FIFA Udeze has also added his voice to the plethora of ex-stars who have been in recent times giving all kinds of advice to interim technical advisor Austin Eguavon. Yesterday was Ikechukwu, the other day was Tijani Babangida. I think all these ex-players have been adding their voices, but you won't really blame them. Everybody wants to see Nigeria in Qatar 2022, but this time around, he is warning the coach not to ensure that he doesn't use these two matches as an avenue to use untested players as a form of experimenting. Some coaches could be in the habit of using a serious match like this to say, let me try out this player. Like a few names we saw on that list, but I really hope that those names will be just there as a sort of maybe to understudy or just gain the experience. Yes, exactly, not to actually taste action, but it still depends on the coach's strategy. But basically, Udeze is saying, please, this is not the time to experiment with players.
Yeah, I really agree. Yeah. You don't go to a war with ammunition that cannot solve it. You go to war with all your arsenal. You don't go to the war and just carry a gun. Okay, let me go and use one for test. So I quite agree with this that this is not a training ground. This is not a avenue to experiment the players. So definitely that is why FIFA in its wisdom create a window for friendly.
Yeah, for friendly. So you can use the friendly to do all of that.
Use the friendly
to experiment.
You not even be charged if you invite all new players.
That's all.
All the 11 players are all new faces. Nobody will question you. You are using it. But for a cracker game like a competitive game, like very decisive game that everybody depend on, you don't use the players to let me test this player. Test a player. But it all depends on the coach. But sometimes if you feel that somebody outside is better than those inside, you definitely still have the opportunity. So you can also bring him in.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't mean.
Yeah.
So all you are looking for is the result.
The result.
So if you feel that somebody feels an outsider can perform better, those that are already inside the team. So who said no? You bring the team. You bring the player. Just like in the professional sport that has been released, we have a lot of new faces like Akio Piomi Amau just coming. Is coming to the team for the first time. Bass is coming to the team for the first time. The Lukman is coming to the team for the first time. Even Emmanuel Dennis also coming to the team for the first time. So these are all new faces that are coming to the team. Even there were many faces. Well, definitely you shouldn't trust a team to test the player, but it's not. You can't rule out completely if you believe that someone outside is better than those inside. You see, it all depends on you. How strong. If you win, you take the credit. If you lose, the passion get on you.
But for like someone like Emmanuel Dennis and Lukman, you can make a case for them that these are players. Yes, they won't play for Nigeria, but at least we've watched them week in, week out in action, and we've seen what they are capable of doing. So, away from that now to MPFL fixtures that are going down this weekend. Also, the MPFL is actually getting hotter and hotter. We'll be getting into match week 17 this weekend, and gradually we'll be getting to the business end of the league, and gradually is gradually beginning to shape up. And this weekend, Abia Warriors will host Aqua United champions. Dakar FC will also be at home to Eyimba. Then Enugu Rangers will be at home also to Gombe United. Niger Tornadoes will travel to struggling Heartland FC in that one, while Sorry for that break in transmission. Well, we were still talking about the MPFL. In other games, Plateau United will host Casino United, while they also West Derby as Remo Stars host Sunshine Stars in Ikene. Then Rivers United, table toppers will host Wiki Tourists will be at home to Lone Star of Mambi. Away from that, quickly, where Russia has appealed their World Cup ban has taken FIFA and UEFA to the Court of Arbitration for sport. According to them, it was unfair. They're not giving to defend themselves before they were banned. Did they need a fair hearing?
A fair hearing from food. So kind of a fair hearing where
because to invade a country, you are violent with you.
Exactly. The game football is about peace.
Exactly.
Peaceful, fair play. So they give Ukraine a fair chance to explain themselves before a fair hearing or a fair opportunity to explain them before they invaded the Ukraine. Well, it's left for the court to decide if they have any excuse to give them a chance or a fair hearing. So if like for me, if I'm even in charge of football, in charge of any sport, any medal won by any Russians to be against the court and
it's a free world. The courts are there for you to take your case there.
Yeah, they have the right. They have the right.
Exactly.
But the good is that we don't want a warriors who come to the World Cup and maybe who knows, maybe they can beat the World Cup and therefore shooting everybody.
Add on to some trust. Away with a bumper transfer at the end of the summer. To try everything. We're going to do everything to keep him. Leonardo told well, once again, Mbappe is in the news again.
I wish them good luck. But there's more they can do, but there's a limit they can go.
Yeah, exactly. If he had a long-term contract that was different, he'll be out of contract at the end of the summer, so he's free to go. So,
but at the same time, there's a limit. There's an extent you can the player. So,
yeah, definitely,
Papi has still left that. Well, it's left for Papi and his agent to decide that to stay. The guy, because last season almost left, and PSB need to do more to convince him. Papi is desperate to come and play, to look for a challenge somewhere else.
Absolutely.
And the player of his status and the player, the age is still on side, have the opportunity to still go and try himself somewhere else.
I mean, every footballer, if you ask me, every footballer would like to know what it feels like playing for Madrid at some point in their career, as long as, except the opportunity never comes. But I hardly see any player who turns up like Madrid. Well, away from that, quickly to EPL fixtures, where, of course, the biggest match of the weekend will be a revival of that fierce Manchester derby between league leaders City versus Manchester United in this week's EPL matches. If we have that, can we quickly look at that? I mean, we'll be seeing some of those matches from this week in the EPL.
I'm looking at the Manchester derby. Well, it will be a top product for the two sides, and Manchester United and Manchester City. Although at the same time, Manchester City are trying to have but let's look at it. I thought I would find this is for Sunday match because I want Man U to get at Liverpool, at least cut down the point lead again, so as the league has still been open. I hope that Man U and Liverpool could drag the league. But my thought supporting to Sunday match. I think that they'll be able to get the result. I just how Tottenham won the last and get the result. So Man U also get the result.
Sure. I mean, in other matches, it will be Leicester versus Leeds United. We all know that the new coach will be taking over after the sacking of Marcelo. Aston Villa will be something. Bobby will be putting. We hope they'll be able to shake that off and job done against Burnley, while Newcastle will also welcome Brighton to St. James Park. Brentford will travel to Norwich to confront Norwich, while Wolves will be at home to Crystal Palace. It will be Liverpool versus West Ham. That will be a match to look out for since David Moyes came to West Ham. Not but
performance like
I mean, in the last game they played, it would have been a draw with Man City, except
for the hand of the referee.
For the referee and VAR that actually got it wrong. Sometimes you begin to ask yourself what's actually the use of VAR when this is clearly a handball, then VAR says something else.
Yeah, it's another thing, yeah. For Chelsea, my sympathy is still with Chelsea. Let's hope that they'll be able to overcome the challenge they are in at the moment. And we hope that they will be able to get the right buyer who will buy the club and make sure that maintain their status quo as the Abramovich will be able to manage the club well. So whoever buys the club from Abramovich will be able to get the right buyer, just like I said. And who manage the club, and if they cannot get the right buyer, maybe we'll be able to put money together.
Well, anything is possible.
By the time we put our salary together.
Yes, that's all we have again on Monday episode. Don't forget that MPFL match will go.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.